Darling? Go on. Hey, you. Always.
Sing a song of Baldur, who founded Baldur's Gate, empire golden, built on trade, not a word he said.
Oh, yes.
Gone, or so it seems, but game's not over yet. New cards are drawn.
Lovely. I was hoping you'd say that. Yay! Always. Sparks.
rancid blood whispers to me, kill, kill, and kill again. My ruined body yearns to reap death in this world. And when this foul urge calls, it possesses my whole being. Injured beyond repair. I know nothing besides this. I must resist the dark urge, lest it consume my mind. I must discover who I was and what happened to me before my twitching knife hand writes a tragedy in blood.
Where to next?
What was that?
Hells. Something just woke up down here. It's opened. I wonder what...
More of the...
There's magic keeping this chest sealed. I can feel its aura.
What? Let's...
Hells. Something just woke up down here. It's opened. I wonder what's back there.
You need a guardian. Choose one.
Follow your instinct.
Remarkable. Truly.
The blood in your head thrums and pounds. That pounding blood obscures who you are. An overwhelming loss of memory. How you ended up amidst these hellish flames is just as hidden. You have nothing in your skull, besides your name and a headache. But you are in danger. The torturer behind this cruel prank will meet your malice when you get out of here. Killing. Now that sounds like your first good idea.
My head. Might still be stuck inside if we hadn't been attacked. Not getting back in that thing. Someone else got out. Where the hells are we? Not everyone made it out alive. Lucky I made it out. More for me. To a crisp.
This is the pool that thing came from. The parasite now writhing behind your eye. The casing is fragile. The slightest touch could cause it to crumble.
Dead. Good. I feel better.
Images of goblins, their habits and histories flash into your mind.
We are here.
A schematic of a nautiloid flashes into your mind. Nerves, sinews, as much living being as ship.
Better not be cursed.
1,000 years of humanoid history, elves, dwarves, humans, and more flash behind your eyes.
Release. Yes, you've come to save us from this place. From this place, you'll free us. Please. Before they return. They return. A newborn. Born new from this husk.
You realize you're talking to an intellect devourer, a minion of the mind flayers who abducted you.
The
enemy. So many enemies. Remove us
From this body.
from this case. Free us.
Please.
You notice edema, a swelling of the brain causing pressure where it strains against the shell of the skull. The brain lifts from the skull, but you notice an opportunity. You could cripple the strange creature, making it more subservient should it prove a threat. Your fingers twitch with the desire to rip its tender, moist meat to shreds. The creature seems unaware of your interference. It relaxes in your hands.
We are free. Our freedom is ours, friend.
The creature pauses, listening. Something behind your eyes seizes in recognition.
We must go to the helm. At the helm, we are needed.
The brain tenses, as though querying an unseen advisor.
Do you not hear it?
We will not survive here. We are needed to
Navigate
We are needed to leave
this realm.
us. We are us.
To the helm we go.
We are going to the helm.
Doesn't do anything.
The creature reaches into your mind, its thoughts rattling against yours. Something inside you squirms in recognition.
Friend,
We will go to the helm
now.
to know you.
To love you. To give you our gift.
In a realm where
We have fled. We have fled to a realm
called Avernus, first of the 9 hells. We are escaping a
great evil.
a gift.
A gift to make you as we are. Soon you will be so
Beautiful.
so powerful. We are going to the helm.
My friend and I are
Going to the helm.
abomination. This is your end.
Your head throbs and your skin tingles. Visions rush past. A dragon's wing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes.
Oh! My head. What is this? Skvar. You are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive. We carry Mind Flayer parasites. Unless we escape, unless we are cleansed, our bodies and minds will be tainted and twisted. Within days, we will be Geich, Mind Flayers. Who am I? Your only chance of survival. First, we exterminate the imps. Then we find the helm and take control of the ship. As for that thing, it will remain tame as long as it believes we are thralls. It may be of use in the fight to come. You proved surprisingly adequate in battle. Now, to the helm. Not now. We must go to the helm. control over the ship? Or do you wish to die here?
The ship won't be able to take another dragon attack. We need to get out before it's too late. Mind flayer machinery. Better watch what I touch. Another mystery. Can't read this script. No one stopped me yet.
A sigil I cannot make sense of. Arcane sigil. What might it mean? Cannot make this out.
Man isn't dead, but he's totally unresponsive. You're but one step from oblivion's stupor yourself, still wading through your empty skull to think a single thought. Life flickers in his eyes, but he seems totally unaware of his surroundings. A fleeting image washes over you, an unwashed operating table. Your innards without. The headache grows worse.
Get me out! You! Get me out of this captain!
We have no time for stragglers.
The construction is too alien. Nothing looks familiar.
This ship is crashing. Do you intend to die for a stranger?
Wait! That can't be. There has to be another way. Please!
It cannot be helped. Come!
The console appears dormant. The mechanisms are completely unrecognizable at first, but then you spy an empty socket. Nothing. The console remains dormant.
Whatever fits in that socket must power this thing. Curious. Brain in a jar.
Faint images appear in your mind. A brain, a Githyanki warrior, and centuries of darkness.
That's a key. Indolence breeds madness. Kinship. What is this?
You are beautiful.
Skvar. How many hosts of these gay infected?
A dazed woman is trapped inside the pod. She doesn't notice you. A dazed woman.
Could mean anything.
Perfect.
I have a lot on my mind. And well, in it. This might unlock those controls next to the pod. Another brain.
As you place your hand on the pod, you hear something. A presence connected to the pod, commanding the person inside to change.
Changed at the pull of a lever. How? If we are not purified, this may be our fate.
We need to get out of here before it's our turn.
The newborn mind flayer stares at you, weak and dazed. The console appears dormant. The console hums to life. But what is its purpose? Will it free the captive or transform her like that other unfortunate? Nothing in the appearance of the device betrays its purpose. It could do anything. It could even transform the occupant of the pod, like what happened before. Suddenly, you feel a hideous squirming in your head. The parasite. Then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. Authority. The biomechanical brain of the console process your command and yield to it. A shiver runs across your mind. You feel sated.
At last. Thought I was done for. I thought that damn thing was going to be my coffin. Thank you.
Your mind lurches into her thoughts. Her gratitude is mixed with wariness, because you have a gift with you.
You keep dangerous company. Fair point. Looks like there's plenty of fighting ahead. Let me come with you. We can get off this ship and watch each other's backs along the way. I did. It must be because of those parasites they put in us. But that'll have to wait. Are we going to help each other or not? Shadowheart. One moment. It's nothing. Trust me.
Enough of this chatter. We need to get to the helm. Now.
She's right. Lead on. There is work to do.
Can't give up now.
Something the matter? Besides the obvious, that is. Pondering my name won't get us off this ship. Let's stow the small talk until we're safe, shall we? Well, jumping overboard is hardly an option. So that leaves us with taking control of this ship. Provided we can figure out how to do that, of course. I'm right behind you.
fast as my feet can carry me.
Victory awaits. You bow, or you break.
Mind flayer horticulture. Odd things. Wonder what plane they're from.
Collected for study by Geich. Foliage. Collected from the many planes for study by Geich. Foliage. Collected from the many planes.
Better not
for
get too
study
close.
by Geich.
Might be toxic. Where the hells are these from?
We're nearing the helm. Once inside, do as I say.
Who put you in charge? I'll trust my own judgment.
Kanyank. Action, not reaction.
Wits and blades, always sharp.
Still breathing, despite everything. All right, what now?
Do it. We will deal with the Geich after we escape.
Connect the nerves. Nerves! We will connect them.
We need to get out of here. Now! With haste.
Time to strike.
this ship, or Dario will have your head!
Ignore the devil. We must take the transponder.
On my way.
I will ascend. My path be true.
Can't afford to let up. On I go. Ready. What do we have here?
Come on. Can't stay idle.
I am fury. I am death. What lies within?
Where do I go from here? Can't slow down.
Your spine is mine.
If this ship hits the ground, we're dead. Never a dull moment.
It's clear. Hurry, before they strike. Time to strike. Taking position.
My faith will protect me. On I go.
Step forward.
Time to strike. Make way.
Osario will have your head!
Come a little closer.
Damn these imps. I need to reach the transponder.
The Helm's alien transponder. You've made it in time. You half expected your memories to return once you were free of the Mind Flayer ship. But your past is still an aching void. If you don't find a way to remove the tadpole burrowed in your brain soon, your future will be as blank as your past. Your head whispers vengeance. You cannot wait to slice your way forth, seeking whatever wrought this tragedy upon you.
Fresh water. There must be a settlement somewhere nearby.
You drink in the pungent corpse. Since you awoke on the ship, your mind has been cold and empty, but something stirs. with your hands close to this body. You know nothing of why, but you find a half smile flittering across your face. This feels like home. There is something unknown and unspeakable deep within your heart.
What are you doing? Well, that's honest of you. Don't do it again. I'll give you a pass this time, considering I owe you my life. And speaking of, how are we alive? The Divine tend to keep their interventions close to the chest. Though, I suppose it's not impossible. No, I don't recognize this place. But anything's an improvement on where we just came from. First things first, we need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads. You might want to reconsider calling her a friend. Looks like she ran off without us. We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company. One thing, just before we go. I wanted to thank you again for freeing me. It would have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't. I'll remember that. Lead the way.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
You strike me as the reliable sort. But are you sure this is a good idea?
There are lit fuses in our heads. Sooner or later, they're going to blow. Each hour that passes, the thing inside us grows. We need to find a healer. Let's wake up at first light. Maybe, but we might get lucky. We're overdue some good fortune. Rest well. We'll need our strength.
As you writhe with sickly dreams, a deep dread floods you. Though you have a tadpole, you know your broken mind is not like the others who bear the worm. A few scraps of the past come back to you now and then, and you can never quite tell where the knowledge comes from. Inexplicable, violent yearnings overwhelm all other thoughts. Who could you possibly be to be their vessel? You recall waking up, hearing the pounding war drum. How much you treasured the sight of the first. As you writhe with sickly dreams, a deep, though you have a few inexplicable the magma of hell's knowledge sometimes bubbles up in your brain's crater, but never reaches a true fire. It must have been a very long time since you were among your kind. When you try to think of a home, your mind twists itself back to indulge in the delights of the day. You recall waking up, hearing the pounding. As you writhe with sickly, though you have a few inexplicable, violent, the call to song is a hollow joy. You are more suited to death's dirge. The lingering traces of your battle intuitions are there, but the sly urge within calls you to use them for harm. You recall waking up, hearing the pounding war drum of as you writhe with sick, though you a few inexplicable, violent yearnings overwhelm all other thoughts. Who could you There are many, many more kills ahead of you. That is you, a killer. You recall waking up, hearing the pounding war drum of blood. How much you treasured the sight of the first corpse you touched. Your body feels aroused, imagining a broken, twisted neck, and a thrill thinking of a trailing intestine. As these images flood your mind, you fall soundly asleep like a babe in arms. Blood, 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 blood.
How do you feel? Better than I ought to. Other than the occasional mental exchange, it's almost as if we're not infected. It's so strange. Do you remember the voice from the ship? After they put that tadpole in my eye, I heard this voice. It was soothing. The voice said I'd become a beautiful weapon. What do you think that means? Ha! Adorable. But your timing is awful. Whatever the Mind Flayer's plans were, those dragons spoiled them. That doesn't make our situation less dangerous. Either way, we can't take the lack of symptoms for granted. Well, I've said my... Easily. Maybe there's another entrance.
wretched things. Better stay back, or a strike could be lethal.
Survival isn't such a distant prospect. Something the matter? There's no story. None that you're entitled to hear, anyway. Just forget you ever saw it.
grooves in the mud around that rock. Let's move.
Hurry! I've got one of those brain things cornered. There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others? I was hoping for a kind soul. Well, not to worry. Not a word. Let's try to keep that lovely neck of yours in one piece. Hmm? And you, keep your distance. No need for this to get messy.
I need her alive. Stow that blade, or I'll show you just how messy things can get.
Promises, promises. But I have other business, I'm afraid. Now, I saw you on the ship, didn't I? Nod? Splendid. And now you're going to tell me exactly what you and those tentacled freaks did to me. Don't lie to me.
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling dark, busy streets. You try to hold the memory, but it fades to the worm. The light, the fear.
What was that? What's going on? You're not one of them. They took you, just the same as me. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies. A kindred spirit. My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me. A pleasure. So, do you know anything about these worms? Turn us into... Of course it'll turn me into a monster. What else did I expect? Although... it hasn't happened yet. If we can find an expert, someone that can control these things, there might still be time. You know, I was ready to go this alone, but maybe sticking with the herd isn't such a bad idea. And you seem like a useful person to know. All right, I accept. Lead on.
As he joins your side, your mind dances with thoughts of a perfect, pretty corpse.
You have a manner of irresistible desperation about you. I like it. Oh, what's to tell? I'm a magistrate back in the city. It's all rather tedious.
Astarion's an interesting find. Let's hope any future acquaintances don't hold a blade to your throat by way of introduction. I understand why you ask, but memory loss is not as uncommon as you'd think. There may be other causes.
Careful, I might.
At least things have stayed interesting. There, a mind flayer. And it's hurt.
That thing's bound to be dangerous, even if injured. Best be careful.
You approach the dying monster. This is the thing that abducted you. You could end its life here and now, if only you didn't feel compassion. Compassion. Yes, you feel hate, and you deserve to be punished for it. You should be whipped, made to bow before this creature in shame. It's possessing your mind, forcing you to love it, but then the feeling slips. The creature's mind seems to focus elsewhere. Your minds fuse, lusting for something that is gone. But then its grip claws back with a vengeance, a vice locking your mind into obedience. It needs sustenance to survive, and with your very body you can provide. The monster lies exhausted, defeated. Its eyes, wet orange pearls, radiate malice.
Monster. Death is too good for it.
Dead goblins over there. Worth checking for supplies, maybe.
What's going on with that room? Looks unstable somehow.
You approach the sigil on the stone. Magic glitters and swirls from it erratically, as if malfunctioning. It looks slightly dangerous.
A hand? Anyone? Ow! Perhaps I should have clarified? A helping hand? Anyone? Just your average traveler stuck between realms. Pull me out, and we'll get properly introduced.
This branch of flesh is begging to be pruned, and its sap sucked from.
Mistress Eyelids, stop! Cease, you loon!
As soon as the dreams cross the threshold of your imagination, you snap back to realize they have all come true.
You were supposed to lend a hand, not take one.
Joy floods through you. You were dazed on the Nautiloid, but now you are truly awake. Alive.
Something the matter?
Huh. You look rabid. Pained. Sick. You're spasming and twitching. You poor thing. Well, so far, my tadpole and I have been nothing but best friends. Something else is happening to you, isn't it? You have bouts of swooning and swaying, and your jaw is grinding like you're poised to chew off your tongue. Do take care of yourself.
Approach the sigil on the stone. Magic.
Ow! Just your average traveler stuck between realms. Pull me out, and we'll get properly introduced. Whatever you're doing is working wonders. Now, a quick little pull should do the trick. Oh. Hello. I'm Gale of Waterdeep. Apologies. I'm usually better at this. Apologies. I didn't exactly memorize my cephalopodian banishment spells last night. Wasn't the best prepared for an attack by squid. Say, but I know you, don't I? In a manner of speaking. You were on the Nautiloid as well. I don't know what transpired exactly, but the ship broke into pieces and I suddenly found myself in freefall. As I was plummeting to certain death, I spied a glimmer quite near where I estimated my body to impact with less than savory propulsion. Recognizing this glimmer to be magical in nature, I reached out to it with a weaving of words and found myself on the other side, as it were. How about you? How did you survive the fall? I quite agree. But I have the unfortunate suspicion your survival is still very much in jeopardy. Back on the ship, you too were on the receiving end of a rather unwelcome insertion in the ocular region. Were you not? The insertee we speak of, this parasite? Are you aware that after a period of excruciating gestation, it will turn us into mind flayers? It's a process known as seromorphosis, and let me assure you, it is to be avoided. You don't happen to be a cleric by any chance, do you? A doctor? Surgeon? Uncannily adroit with a knitting needle?
You seem to know enough about our condition to realize it's beyond most clerics' skills.
Most, no doubt, but I find myself hoping to be in the presence of the few. You don't happen to be one of them. As we've established, few enough can. It's not exactly a common affliction. We're most certainly going to need a healer, and soon, too. How about we lend each other a helping hand once more and look for a healer together? Most excellent. A parasite shared is a parasite halved, or something to that effect. Oh, but before you think you're about to embark on a journey with most ill-mannered a man, thank you for pulling me out of that stone. It was an act of foresighted kindness, I assure you. For I have the feeling ample opportunities will present themselves for me to return the favor.
I've heard you can't get blood from a stone, but apparently you can get a wizard from one. Gale seems interesting.
So, we've picked up a wizard who managed to get stuck in his own portal. Hardly a promising introduction.
You're not versed in magic, are you? Oh, I do apologize. I meant to ask, are you studied in magic? Namely, are you a wizard? Which you are not. If you meet any elder wizards, let me know. There is a matter I'd like to seek advice on from a master.
Broken. Must have been here a while.
You think it's dangerous?
Of course it's dangerous. One of them carved up Zoru's whole squad.
So let's leave it.
And let the goblins have it? No. We take it to the grove. Zoru was right. Yellow as a toad, and twice as ugly.
The thing's dangerous. Leave it for the goblins to kill.
And if it escapes, how will you... Oh, a guest.
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice.
Get rid of them.
Your words flow to her, though you never speak them aloud.
I know what grows inside you, and I know of a cure.
Remember how keen she was to leave me to die in the Nautiloid? We can't trust her.
Hells, this isn't worth it. I'm out of here.
Enough gawking. Get me down. Never. Questionable intellect. Unsurprising. Release me, or enjoy a future as Geich. Mind flayers. The atrocities we are becoming. The tadpole hasn't yet scrambled all your senses. Auspicious. But the longer we wait, the more it consumes. My people possess the cure for this infection. I must find a creche. You will join me.
Careful. She obviously sees your kindness as weakness. Don't let her take advantage.
It is many things. A hatchery, a training grounds, a shelter. Githyanki protocol is clear. When infected with a Geich tadpole, we must report to Augustil for purification. You may as well suggest a wyvern bow to worms. The cure I offer will suffice as thanks. The party's full. You'll need to make room.
Keeping your greatest weapon in reserve, eh? An excellent strategy.
Ready for battle. You have made an ally from Kresh Kalir. Few know such fortune. Call me Lae'zel.
I'll trust your judgment, but I won't trust her. Not until I've gotten the measure of her.
You've a sharp tongue, elf. Would that your mind proved its equal.
Half-elf. I suppose the finer details are lost on a creature like you.
Come. The Horned Ones mentioned a camp. One there, this Zoru, has seen Githyanki. A creche must be near. We will ask this Zoru where he has seen my kin.
I am enjoying the latest addition to our little group. Lae'zel is delightful. In a very look at me twice and I'll dismember you kind of way, of course.
Lae'zel has a dangerous look in her eyes. Let's just hope she reserves those impulses for any common foes.
Chatter already, Tusky. Patience breeds madness.
Never a dull moment.
A Githyanki joining our company. Not a collaboration I'd have anticipated, but a welcome one nonetheless. Go ahead. Let's see. I hail from Waterdeep, City of Splendors. I am a wizard of considerable acclaim and scholar of exceptional accomplishment. I have a cat, a library, and a weakness for a good glass of wine. And if the mood takes me, I'm known to try my hand at poetry. There. Certainly. That I have a great respect for privacy, for instance, especially my own. Certainly. That I have a great respect for privacy, for instance, is...
For a split second, you see a swirl of untamed magic. Then his defenses drop like a portcullis.
Out! That was uncalled for. No. And please, don't try that again unless I invite you to.